This video will cover a 4-seat installation in the 2026 Polaris Pro R with the Gen 2 10.4-inch touchscreen display. We'll be installing a mobile radio and remote head rocker switch intercom, along with an optional lower panel below the primary mount, which will provide additional switch holes while retaining the Polaris data port.
Begin by removing the front and rear seats. For the front seats, the release lever is located below each seat. The rear seats actually consist of two pieces, the seat itself and the seat back. The release lever is towards the top as shown. Simply pull on the lever to release and remove the seat back. Next, we need to remove the rear center console. Start by removing the push pins and bolts along the bottom. To help with installation, remove the bolts holding the front seat belts in place to provide more working room in the removal of the rear center console. The fitment tolerances are tight, and removing those bolts will definitely help. Next, undo the bolts as shown here along the plastic panels beneath the rear seats. Doing this will relieve tension on the rear center console, allowing us to remove it easily. With that complete, begin removing the rear center console. Notice that the rear console has a tab that was bolted beneath the plastic on the rear seat assembly. You'll want to free the tab from beneath the plastic assembly so it's easier to lift and remove. Next, remove the cup holder and cover around the gear shift. The cup holder can be easily popped out as you see here. Remove the bolt beneath the rubber gasket and work the rubber gasket loose around the gear shift. Now remove the plastic cover to expose the tunnel. Next, we need to remove the side panel on the driver's side. Start by removing the push pins and bolts that hold it in place. Then, work the panel loose from the plastic locking tabs and set it aside.
To prepare the dash, pop out the data port, remove the rubber insert in the cubby, and although you don't have to, removing the switch covers will make things easier. Lastly, pop out the mode toggle switch and disconnect the cable from the back. The 2026 Pro R only requires one cut along the dash, right above the factory switch holes as shown here. Make a single straight cut across and the entire rocker switch panel can then be removed easily.
You can use a box cutter, a Dremel, or hot knife to cut the plastic. The better the tool, the easier your cutting will be. Slip the mount over the mobile radio and secure it in place with the provided screws. Now, we need to drill a 1-inch hole in the black plastic located here to allow cable pass-through. Here's a reverse view from the firewall looking towards the front seats. Next, we need to install the snap mount which houses the intercom. Before we dive in on the snap mount installation, it might help to give you a visual outside of the vehicle how the intercom mount works. We will use the two bolts that came with your intercom and slide them into the channel alongside the intercom. The edge of the mount slips into the channel alongside the intercom, holding it in place as seen here while the screws on the opposite side secures the intercom into the mount. Tighten the bolts on the intercom with a 10mm wrench. The snap mount allows us to mount the intercom body virtually anywhere and in any position. Now let's install the intercom snap mount under the front center console. Pay attention to the positioning of the snap mount. Notice that the mount is installed with the screw side facing the passenger side of the vehicle. This is important because it will allow you access to remove the intercom for cable connections and servicing. Now, we need to drill another 1-inch hole on the back of the plastic as shown here to allow cable pass-through. Let's begin by running cables from the rear seat forward. As you can see, we begin by keeping about an 18-inch length hanging off the left side shoulder harness. Using soft tie R-wraps, secure the cable to the shoulder harness as shown. From there, work the cable across the cage and down the side, securing it out of the way with soft tie R-wraps to prevent exposure to pinching or crimping. From there, run the cable behind and under the plastic seat panels and then work the cable forward under the center console up towards the intercom. Repeat the same process for the front seats, securing the cable as shown with soft tie R-wraps as you work the cable forward towards the intercom. Once the cables are ran, you can bundle them as shown here to clean up your installation. Loosen the bolts securing the speaker on the passenger side A-pillar. Next, pull the boot up on the A-pillar of the roll cage to expose the large hole underneath. We'll use that hole to feed the antenna coax cable in. up, and along the roll cage. We used a wire snake, also known as a wire puller or fish tape, to help push the cable through the tubing. Ultimately, the coax cable will come out of the roll cage just in front of the crossmember as shown here. Now, drill a 3/8-inch hole about 6 inches from the roll cage and centered on the roof. Deburr the hole if needed and secure the bulkhead in place as shown. When attaching the NMO nut on the bulkhead, be sure not to over-tighten. The metal is pliable and it's recommended you hold your wrench vertically as shown, as this will reduce torque on the NMO nut. On the underside of the roof, thread the coax cable under the bulkhead as seen here. Once the NMO nut is secured, you can attach the antenna. With the antenna in place, loosen a couple bolts on the roof as shown. This will allow us to slip soft tie R-wraps between the roof and roll cage to secure the coax cable. When the cable is secure, you can retighten the bolts on the roof. After that's done, notice the large rubber grommet in the firewall by the passenger side. Feed the antenna cable through the grommet. We will connect it to the radio later in the installation. Now, affix the straight cord PTT to the grab bar as shown, also creating a strain relief to minimize tension on the cable. More detailed instructions are included with your PTT on how to create the strain relief. Using the coil cord push-to-top button, secure it to the steering wheel as shown here. Be sure to add a strain relief loop to minimize tension on the cable. Attach the end of the coiled section of the cord under the steering wheel as shown. This provides the length and stretch capability for the cord when turning the steering wheel. Feed the remaining cable through the dash, down and behind. Ultimately, both PTT cables will pass through the hole we drilled in the black plastic and connect to the intercom. Although not used in this installation,
The 2026 Pro R benefits from having a programmable shortcut button on the steering wheel.
with the PTT module, you can seamlessly integrate push-to-talk functionality with your factory steering wheel shortcut button. This option eliminates the physical addition of a PTT on your steering wheel.
Next,
Install the active filter. Remove the top cover on the dash to expose the Polaris pulse bar. Luckily, Polaris has 2 holes perfectly positioned for mounting the active filter. Using these holes, secure the active filter in place with large screws. When complete, connect the active filter power to the Polaris bus bar. Also, be sure to also attach the black ground wire to the ground connection bolt on the bus bar. We will also need to connect the power leads from the radio and intercom to the active filter.
let's continue. With all your cables in position, we can now install the radio and mount assembly into the dash, being sure to connect the power, antenna, and accessory hub to the back of the radio. The assembly fits right into the dash as shown and can be secured in place with the supplied hardware. As stated earlier, we are installing an optional lower panel here to provide more switch holes for accessories. Attach the data port to the new lower panel, add any additional switches and connect any cabling. Then lastly, secure the lower panel to the dash as shown here.
You can improve your ergonomics if rocker switches with knobs are positioned to the outside rocker switch holes. Included with your radio, the accessory hub is important as it allows software and firmware updates as well as radio programming to your radio without having to remove it from the dash. The accessory hub also features a 3.5mm port to connect an exterior speaker. For this installation, you can see we installed the accessory hub right under the dash on the driver's side. This location makes it easily accessible. With everything in place, let's begin putting it all back together. Start with the rear black center console, placing it in position with the tab going under the rear seat plastic panel. Add the large black panel along the driver's side and snap the plastic locking tabs in place. With these in place, you can reinstall the bolts and push pins along these panels. Now, reinstall the seat backs, cup holder, and cover around the gear shift. Your installation is complete. It's always best to test radio and intercom performance in an outdoor open area. As always, Rugged Radio stands by to help with any questions you have. Check out product manuals and instructions online or give us a call for assistance. Get ready to go further.